Come sit behind me and then we can snuggle more. Hello, it's Ruthie. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and welcome back if you've been here. Thanks for coming back. You guys, I really tried to record a IBD related video today, like a personal experience related video today, because I know that is, let's just say it, the most popular type of video on my channel right now. So I know that's what you want. However, I did have my first intake therapy appointments shortly before I started recording. And my plan when I was scheduling my day, I'm like, oh, that'll be perfect, record the video after therapy. But since it was the intake appointment, we kind of just dug up a lot of stuff and didn't really do anything with it. So I'm not feeling my best. And why does this keep getting blurry? Can you just focus, please? 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 Oh my God, thank you. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I started recording it and just felt really like I didn't want to talk about that topic. But I am very excited about the topic in general. It's going to be social eating with inflammatory bowel disease, which I kind of already did a video about, but just a more updated version, I guess. And it will come, it will be here, I promise. But I did my makeup and everything, and I really wanted to record a video today, and I didn't feel like talking about that topic. So what do I do? What do I talk about? And you know, getting a little fired up watching my anti-MLM babes on YouTube. And I thought it was time for me to just make a quick little warning video for my IBD crowd out here. Because we are targets for an industry. I don't even know where to start with this, but as far as what is anti-MLM? MLMs are multi-level marketing companies. They also go by direct selling companies. They go by social selling, network marketing. There's a whole bunch of terms that they use to disguise their pyramid schemes these days. But Amway is like the mother of all MLMs, /Neutralite, Arbonne, Mary Kay, Beachbody now. Beachbody didn't used to be, but it is now. Monat, Monat, whatever it's called. There's a lot of them. They're fucking everywhere. Cutco, knives, like what? Tupperware, MLM. As I mentioned, I think in my last video, I'm currently reading 3 books on this topic. This isn't something I want to really go into on my channel. I don't want this to turn into an anti-MLM channel, because there's already so many amazing people. I will link all my favorite anti-MLM creators down in the description. I did in my last video as well, because I mentioned it briefly, but it's fascinating to me. I got into learning about all this stuff just from learning about cults. I've always been fascinated by cults. I definitely would be susceptible to joining a cult if it wasn't for my health issues, 1,000%. I kind of said something along those lines in my lessons and blessings from chronic illness video that I will link up here. Yeah, a huge blessing of having chronic illness is that you physically cannot spend time with people who piss you off or who just aren't our toxic crowd, because your body will straight up reject it. At least that's how mine is. If I'm getting stressed out and anxious by the people around me, I know it before, or my stomach knows it before my mind can actually put that together. Obviously I've still gotten stuck in toxic situations. Can this stop blurring out on me? Okay. I think I just have... Why is filming so hard today? It's hard every day, what am I saying? Anyway, where was I? But yes, a serious thing that I find helpful from having a chronic illness, especially one that forces you to go to the bathroom quite often, is that there's a lot of people who just aren't going to get it. They're going to think that you're making it up or being dramatic, or, oh, she's just always sick, I don't know what's up with her, or not even acknowledge your sickness and just think that you are antisocial and avoidant or whatever. And it's fine, because there are so many damn people in this world, and I don't need everyone to want to be friends with me. I don't need everyone to understand my life, because it's my life and it's for me to understand. And the people who I spend time with is my choice. and people who understand my situation and still appreciate me and want me around in their life as just like a person and someone to go through life with, like, hell yeah, then like that's all that matters at the end of the day. It doesn't really matter what people who don't get it think at the end of the day, to me. I can definitely say I've not always felt that way. I definitely have talked about it in past videos of, you know, going through the struggles of like just finding friends and relationships, and I have countless stories about that stuff too, but where I'm at right now is where I'm talking from. Oh yeah, there's also like, I wanted to say this. I wrote it down because it was really good. Okay, with anything I say, I can usually see any other way to see it. So what I'm saying is more just what I'm feeling strongly right now. Does that make sense? Like, this can go for probably any video. Basically anything that I say, like any like stance I take, I can most likely argue the opposite point. I can find all the other different points about it. So what I am speaking is what I'm feeling most strongly right now. Maybe just in this moment, maybe for the past few years, maybe for my whole life I felt this way right now, but that could still change. So I just don't want anything I say to be seen as like, this is a hard stance I have on this thing and I can't be swayed and I'm trying to like preach to the, I don't know, I'm just trying to preach my beliefs and stuff. I'm really just trying to showcase my understandings about things and my thought process behind things and coming to conclusions with my own thoughts and opinions. So, I say all of this to say, oh my god, this is such a long way to get to this point, but I wouldn't be able to join a cult because of my health issues, because you know for a fact a cult would not understand if I have to be on the toilet all the time. But I've always been very fascinated in cults because just the whole brainwashing aspect and like mind control, which I know both of those terms are controversial, but just for lack of a better term that I can think of right now, those things are very intriguing to me because I do know that there are things that can happen to anyone, and especially like the more like hippy dippy self-development cults, like 1000% I can understand how people get involved in those. Like particularly NXIVM, that was one where I'm like, literally, I'm so glad that I never was exposed to this when it was like a normal thing and it's not a known cult, because I probably would have joined because it seems amazing. I'm like, oh, all this self-development, all these happy people trying to improve their lives and the lives of others, like hell yeah, I'm all about that. So I always want to be very careful of the tactics that they're using. And you know, with my health issues, I've always felt like that would prevent me from joining like an in-person, like you have to be here all the time type of cult, because I had many experiences with that growing up in school and just like toxic groups of girlfriends where like I couldn't go to sleepovers because I'm in the bathroom all the time and just having stomach pains all the time, and they didn't get that and then they kind of like shunned me. So cult. But now with the internet and all the social media, especially in recent years, there's cults of minds, or there's cults of beliefs and cults of thoughts. There are just so many different cultic atmospheres online and so many beliefs you can really get involved in. And I would argue that the whole manifestation, law of attraction stuff, which is what I made my last video about, if you didn't watch it, go watch it, I'll link it up here, that's pretty culty, if you ask me. It controls your beliefs. There's the bite model that kind of like is the checklist for cults, basically. Anyway, I don't want to actually be talking about all this stuff right now. The reason I'm making this video, I have recently seen a video, I believe it was on Jessica Hickson's channel. I will find it for sure and link it in the description. This girl was telling her downline, telling the people on her team that what she does to recruit now is she goes and searches for different support groups on Facebook and starts adding random people from those groups and messaging them her hey hon message. And the one that she used, the one that she said is her go-to group that she does now, is a Crohn's and colitis support group. I wish I was making it up, but I'm not. This is a tactic. MLMs are predatory companies where the only way you make money is by recruiting more, or The main way you make money is by recruiting people into the business. So if you're selling, for example, Monate, you can make money by selling shampoo. You can make some money by that. But the main way you make money is by recruiting more people to sell shampoo. So it makes no sense to me why anyone would think that would be a good idea. Like, if your neighbor is selling shampoo, why would you then need to sell shampoo? Because she's selling it. You could just get it from her. Like, it's the whole structure of it is pretty foreign. Like, it doesn't make sense to me why people think it's a good thing. I only really see the anti-MLM side of it because it just seems so obvious to me at this point. I think I've just learned enough about it at this point where I'm just kind of like, this is so messed up. It is so predatory. And like the horror stories of people losing money and, you know, being approached by these sales reps like after loved ones' funerals about their life insurance money. Like, there is just countless disgusting stories about the tactics that the people in these companies will use. And the thing is that a lot of the people in these companies are amazing, wonderful, you know, hopeful people who have dreams and they think they're doing the right thing. They think that what they're offering to people is something that will help them in their tough situation that they're in. Because these cults, let's just call it what it is, have brainwashed them so successfully that they are now gaslighting themselves and they are now indoctrinating themselves that these products and that this is a great opportunity. What they're selling is the opportunity to make money. They're not selling you anything real. So the target are people who are in incredibly vulnerable situations. And vulnerable is a word that can describe any person at any time in their life. It does not mean you are weak. It does not mean you are naive or pathetic or anything negative. It's just a fact that there are vulnerabilities that make you more susceptible to falling for scams or to falling for, you know, people who don't have your best interest in mind. Unfortunately, us out there with chronic illness are a target for these types of scams. And what makes me so sick is that it's in support groups that they're reaching out to people. So the people who are active in support groups, specifically in the Crohn's and colitis support groups, these are people who are suffering and have suffered for a very long time and have finally gained the courage to join a support group and find other people to connect with, and have reached a point where they're ready to make connections and talk about the hell they've been going through in their life. And the fact that people understand that and exploit that for their own financial gain makes me sick to my stomach. Like, I don't understand how you can justify that. And I guess the way that a lot of people justify it is they think that they're helping. They think that the opportunity that they're selling is helpful. So, you know, there's nothing you can really do if someone thinks that they're doing the right thing. All you can do is kind of stand your ground, present the facts, and, you know, trust your gut when it comes to these interactions and scenarios. But if anyone sends you a message like, hey girl, hey hon, or hey, you'd be so good at what I do, have you ever thought about joining me in on my business opportunity or whatever, like anything like that, especially when they don't tell you the name of the company right away, which they usually won't, because a lot of these MLMs know that the jig is basically up and people know that they're scams. So they'll like train the distributors to not say the name until like the last possible second, because if they do, then the prospect will Google and then find out it's a scam and then not respond, because they shouldn't, because it's a scam and you guys should just stop scamming people. Like, so I've been thinking about talking about it on here for a while now, just because it is something that I'm very interested in, and I know it does affect those of us who are in vulnerable situations. You know, you can be vulnerable because you moved to a new city and you don't have any friends and you're looking for connections. You can be vulnerable because you just changed jobs. You can be vulnerable because you didn't sleep well last night and you're in a groggy state on the train when someone tries to like get your credit card information. I don't know. There are so many different situations that can make you vulnerable to scams in general, not just MLM recruitments. But when I saw be proof that there are people who are being trained to, not like there's one person who's doing it and was like, here, like this is the leader of a team who is training her downline and the other people in her team to reach out to like these chronic illness support group members. And I just need to put a warning out there because this is something that I know for a fact there will be overlap. Like if you are watching my videos, if you found my channel, odds are you have a chronic illness or inflammatory bowel disease. Or you're my friend and hey, what's up? It's just, that was just kind of that final push where I'm just like, all right, I need to warn my people out here. Like, don't join an MLM. Don't join a multi-level marketing company. Don't join a network marketing company. Don't join a direct sales company. Don't join a consumer marketing company. I think that was a new one. Just don't join a cult. Don't join cults. But that's the thing. Nobody ever joins a cult. Like, you join a group of nice people and then you find out it's a cult later. So keep your eyes wide if you're in these support groups, especially on Facebook. A lot of mommy support groups too. Like if you're a single mom out there, if you're a military wife, like there are so many groups of people that are targets for these scams, and we all have to be more vigilant because they're persistent as hell. And like there's been so many training calls that I've seen where they're like, it'll take at least seven connections or at least 7 tries before you can like get someone on your team. So that means like they're playing the long game now. Like they're gonna start to like, you know, comment on your post like, oh, you look so pretty. Oh, I love your shirt. Oh, like da-da-da. Like, so then it doesn't feel like a cold call when they ask you to join their team or, you know, buy their products or whatever. But it still is like, they don't know you, and their original intention when finding you is to sell you something or to make money off of you in some way. So we just have to be very vigilant out here on these digital streets. Trust your gut. And I know that's an incredibly ironic thing to say to an IBD crowd. And I never like that saying because I'm like, my gut is like killing me. Like, why would I trust it? But just trust your instincts, I guess. Trust that first, like if someone reaches out to you and you're like, this is a little scammy feeling, or if, you know, you go to an interview, a lot of these MLMs are posting interviews on Indeed too, which pisses me off, but if you get any weird feelings about any interaction, whether it is, you know, on a date or at an interview or walking your dog down the street, whatever the situation is, trust your instincts with it and protect yourself at all costs. And I'm a friendly person. I believe I'm a very trusting person, and I'm still working on it. It's definitely a tough balance for me to like want to see the best in everyone in every situation and like being very trusting of people's motives, and also knowing that there are people who aren't acting in my best interest, I guess is the best way to put that. Because it's not like most of these people, I should say, it's not like most of these people are predators in like such like a scary way where they like are purposefully doing something that they know is gonna hurt you. But these people are acting in ways that will best support their financial interest. And they want to make money for their family, for themselves. Nothing wrong with that. Obviously, that's what we're all trying to do. You know, we're all just trying to like be comfortable so we can survive in this crazy world. So I really don't knock anyone who is in a multi-level marketing business. It's not a business, it's a scam. In a multi-level scam. However, I don't trust their intentions with connections. Like, it's not a good look to be in one of these companies because they really train everyone, brainwash everyone to see others as dollar signs and to try to pitch your business, try to make money, let's just call it what it is, try to make money off of their closest family and friends. Whatever happened to not mixing business and personal life? I think that is a great rule most people should stick to. I think there are always exceptions. I think There are awesome couples who have successful businesses together, and families, of course. But in most cases, you probably shouldn't join an MLM and try to get everyone in your life to buy from you, because that's not sustainable at all. And that's the thing with all of this. It's like, if the only way to make money in an MLM, to make real money, is by recruiting people, and recruiting as many people as possible, there's a limited amount of people on the earth. And so, wouldn't there be a limit to how many people you can recruit? Not to mention that I'm guessing 99% of humanity is not going to want to join an MLM. So you're just working with those like very specific types of people and trying to get them in and make money off of them. I don't know. I don't get it. I never will. Maybe I will one day. I don't get it right now. I really don't understand the appeal of multi-level marketing companies, especially when there are so many other ways to work from home now. Like, I have an amazing job. I work from home. I create videos that are like gonna be in people's families forever. And I mean, there are so many ways to work from home now. Like, you do not need to join a scam to work from home. Like, you can learn coding, you can learn video editing, you can do freelance jobs. There's probably a million things I'm forgetting. I know there's a million things I'm forgetting. There are so many things that we can do as people who may have trouble leaving the house. There are a lot of options for us now. This is like the best time in history to have a chronic illness. Like, there's just so many options for us out there now, and resources, and we have the world at our fingertips right here with our computers. So I'm sorry this keeps getting blurry. I don't know what the fuck I gotta do to get you to focus. Okay. All in all, you do not need to join an MLM. You do not need to join a cult. You do not need to join any type of scam. But you know, that's a stupid thing to say, because nobody joins a scam. It's just like cults. Like, nobody joins thinking that's what it is. But please be wary of your messages, of who is reaching out to you, any MLM affiliation that they may have, or any ulterior motive. Oh, Hannah Alonso is who I'm just in love with, and if you like me, I feel like you'll probably like her. I mean, maybe I just want to be like her, so I see like similar qualities in us, but I don't know, she's just I try to be like her. She's a good example of like the type of human I would like to be, like smart, well-spoken, kind, like just kind to her core, isn't trying to start drama, is just trying to help people and educate. Maybe that's not how I am, but that's how I would like to be. That is what I aspire to be more like, I guess, in the future, if I'm not that way right now. But she has a very kind approach to the whole thing. And there are some creators in the anti-MLM world that I don't like. I unsubscribed and stay away from, just because of just the cattiness of it all. Like, I'm about the education and trying to help these people trying to help people not get involved in these scams at all, and trying to be, you know, kind to the people who are in these things and let them know that it's okay if they're not making money in their MLM. It's okay if you are losing money in your MLM, because guess what? They're designed for you to fail. 99% of people lose money or don't make any money in an MLM. And that is a stat backed up by the FTC. I will link all of that in the description. That is like hard facts. So if you lose money in an MLM company, you kind of succeeded, because the goal is for most people to fail so that the top 1% can win. So anyway, something that Hannah Alonso always says is, remember the source, consider the motive. So when you get messages in your Facebook or Instagram of someone, you know, that comes out of the blue and is a little bit weird feeling, consider what their motive might be and follow your gut with it. You know, don't say yes to any opportunities that seem too good to be true, because odds are it is too good to be true and it's not going to actually help you in the end. I need a new camera because I'm gonna be so pissed if 90% of this video is blurry. It's getting really dark and stormy out now, so I think I'm gonna stop recording. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever been approached by an MLM person trying to recruit you, particularly in a Facebook group. I'm very curious if there's any viewers of my videos who's actually gone through this experience. And just know that if you're out there and you were in an MLM or you are in an MLM now and you aren't making any money, or you're feeling like you're a failure and like there's nothing you can do right, just go look at all these sources that I have in my description and remember that it's not your fault. That these companies are designed for you to fail, and it's just time to get out, you know, cut your losses. Don't fall for the sunk cost fallacy. It doesn't matter how much money you've poured into it, because if you get out now, then you'll stop pouring money into it and you'll stop losing money. Ooh, thunder. I hope you all are staying safe out there. Stay vigilant out there. Sorry for the camera constantly blurring. I don't know what to do. I also really did something gnarly and gross to my finger yesterday involving a potato slicer. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and comment and subscribe, because that really helps me out. And go check out my other videos, because I've made a lot at this point. And more is coming whenever they come. Oh, and the notification bell. Turn on the post notification bell and you'll get notified every time I make a new video. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.